Hello and welcome everyone to this channel, and today in this video tutorial you will learn how to count the words in a file. Word counting can refer to two things. First, counting all the words in a text file, and second, counting only specific words or the frequency of words in file. And you will learn here both the count all the words and count specific words. So here I have created file data.txt, and you can see it contains some of the sentences, paragraphs, and we are going to count the number of words in this file and specific words in this file. So let's begin. First step is we need to open this file in reading mode. So if you know how to open file in reading mode, then you're going to type a command open. Then you need to specify the path of the file that you want to read. So in this case, this is the data.txt file, and for this tutorial I'm using the Google Colab. So here in the file explorer section, I have created a new file data.txt and copy its path. So I have copied the path and paste here in this open function. And if you know about a Python open function, then it takes a second argument which is about a mode of the file. So here I want to open the file in reading mode, so I will type here R. Then it returns a file object, so we will store the file object in a file variable and execute this code. After opening file, let's read the file by calling a read method, or read its content by calling the read method on this file object. So here file.read, so we are calling here read function on file object to read the content of the file, and let's store its content into file content variable like this. Now execute this code. Now let's print the content of the file content, and execute the cell, and you can see this file content contains all the content of the file. You can see here in the output. Now let's convert this content into words by calling the split function on this content. So I will call here file content dot splits. So this function, this split function, splits all the lines or sentences into words, and then store this into a words variable like this. Execute this code, and now let's print all the words. So here type print words, execute the cell, and look, it created a list of words you can see here. And now to know the length of this words, or to know the number of words, we need to call len, and to this len function provide the words or the list of the words like this. And now let's store a new variable num len equal to, or it's better to call number of words like this, which is more readable. Now execute the cell. Now let's print num of words like this. As you can see, the file contains a 104 words. So let me again explain for you. So here first opening the file at path content/data txt in reading mode by specifying mode as R within the open function, and it returns the file object. Then on the file object we are calling the read method or read function to read all the content of the file, and that content is stored in the new variable file content. And when we print file content, we can see it contains all the data of the file, all the lines, all the paragraphs you can see here in the output. Now to convert the lines or paragraphs into words, we call the split function on the file content, or on the variable which contains all the sentences of the file, and it stores the words in a words variable as a list. So when we print words, you can see it contains the words as a list. You can see here square bracket, and then to know the number of words, we pass this list of words to the len function like this here, and this computes the number of words in the words variable, and you can see as output the number of words is 104. Now let's move and learn how to count specific words in a file. So first open the file in a reading mode. I'm going to take the same file data.txt. So here I will close the file first. File dot close like this to close the previously opened file. Now again open the file using the open function of Python and provide the path /content/data.txt. And remember, assume that this file exists on your computer, exists on your system. But for example, I'm using the Google Colab, and you can use the same concept and the same technique that I'm using here. So here I'm passing the file path, and similarly, you can pass the file path on your system in your Python terminal, in your Python shell, and then pass the second argument to it, which is a R reading mode. Execute this. Now let's say that we want to count the specific word. So here I'm going to count the specific word in a data.txt file, and the word is the it. So word to count, I will create a new variable and name is a word to count. I want to count this word. I will store in the array or list, and the word is it. Now execute this cell. I will create a new dictionary word counts, and this dictionary will contain the number of times it appears in the file. So here I'm gonna in a slash dictionary word with a 0 for word in word to count like this, and execute this. Print this word counts, and look, the initial value of the word it is a 0. Now we will start the loop, and this loop will take each line from the data.txt file. So for that, for line in file, this is the file object. We are accessing each line from the file, and then we will perform a certain operation, and the operation is we are going to convert each line into words. So first write here words. This variable will contain all the words of the data.txt file. So I'm going to call line. I'm accessing this line, specific line. Then I'm calling .stripe function, and this function will remove all the unwanted spaces around the file, unnecessary characters. And then I'm also going to convert each word or each line into a lowercase, and finally split the line into words by calling the split function that you learned in just a previous topic. Now next, I will access each word in words. So these words will contain all the words in the text file, and then using this for loop, I am accessing each words in the words variable or in the list of words. You can see here, if you hover here, it will show the words content. Programming is like these are the words in the words variable, and there are a number of 104 items you can see here it's showing. And then I will check if word in word counts. So here I am comparing I'm checking if the specific words, the word that exists in this words list of words, in the words counts that we have created here, words count. And if it finds if that word exists, then word count will word and increase its value by 1 like this. And now execute the cell. After execution, this whole loop will take each word and check if that word exists in the words count, and if the word exists, then increment the word value by 1. And you can see here we are checking the word it. So initial value of it is 0. Now let's check again its value by printing the words count. So before that, we need to close the file. It is a good practice to close the file. Now print word counts like this, and as you can see in the file, it words appear 2 times. So this is how you can count the specific words in a file. I hope that you understand how to count all the words in file and how to count the specific words in a file in a Python. So at last I want to say, don't forget to subscribe our YouTube channel, and thank you.